Hello and welcome to Tarot from the Crypt. I am Lotus God Sage. We are in the landing of September, and today we are about to get into a fire sign Leo read. Leo, this will be a general read for the landing of September. So, Leo, let's go ahead and see what Tarot has to offer for you. Okay, so Leo, we start here with the Eight of Cups in reverse. A good sign. The Eight of Cups being a card about abandonment or feeling left out or having regrets. But in reverse here, I'm getting a situation where Leo, you might be yourself turning your back on something and abandoning an option or just moving on to something better here in your future. Following this Eight of Cups in reverse, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse also. The Knight of Swords being a very fast moving energy, a battle hardened energy. Swords being about clarity and seeing clearly. So, an energy that comes in swiftly to cut away things and make way for something anew. Here with this Knight of Cups in reverse, it could be that Leo, here with this Eight of Cups, this water sign, this emotional stagnation and this emotional uh, hopelessness that you're coming out of, this Knight of Swords here in reverse could be a message that you should maybe not necessarily move too quickly and allow the process to breathe and live as it needs to naturally. Allow the cycle to reverberate as it would naturally without you amping up the frequency or you making the period shorter. But following this High Priestess, I see that you very much have the power to do so, that you have the will and the way to make that move. But the High Priestess in reverse might be a sign to actually balance your energy here with this two. Balance that power and balance that masculine military might that you might have, Leo. Ending your top row, you have the Nine of Cups. We started with the Eight of Cups in reverse, and we end here with the Nine of Cups upright. The Nine of Cups being a card of wish fulfillment, a card of dreams coming true, the happy ending, but only related to the happy that comes before the happily ever after. Not necessarily the ever after yet, but solely here, focusing on the happy we have shining through at the end of your reading on this top row. So you're going through something heavy here emotionally, and there's a very quick and swift, fiery energy about it that can happen. That can happen with how it's handled, but a little temperance and a little slow and steady will produce the opportunity to have a wish fulfilled here, Leo. So we'll just go to the crypt deck to further confine some gaps here in this message, Leo. Bridging the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Swords reverse, we have Judgment in reverse. The 20th major arcana card. So it might be that the way you're feeling and the way your outlook is about what's happening, the way you personally view your judgment and the way it's cast seems to be the fuel behind the fire that can seem to be burning very brightly here in the middle, that has a chance to just set everything ablaze. But if that happens, if temperance, and if you are not warming with your fires, and if you only seek to scorch, even a small match can burn a bridge. Following this judgment card here, Leo, we have again the Eight of Cups in reverse. So you started in the beginning with the Eight of Cups in reverse, and we have showing again the Eight of Cups in reverse. Another message to not get so heavily lost in the abandonment and the feelings of disappointment and the feelings of hopelessness and emptiness here, and actually step forward into this Ace of Swords here, this chance for a new start, this chance for a new beginning, a new way of life here, with this Ace of Swords upright coming off a layer that shows your Knight of Swords. I'm getting a very deep blue tone here to this lower level, as this Eight of Cups inverted upside down drains out. I'm seeing all the emotional heaviness, all this immense water that's weighing down on you, Leo, fire sign. You might be feeling like you are being suffocated, or to the point of almost being extinguished, which is why you have your flamethrower, you have your torch ready, you have your furnace ready to go at full capacity. But Leo, a little temperance and a little slowing will produce something great for you. You have the Nine of Cups, the wish, on top of the Ace of Swords, the chance for a new beginning, a new way of life. You have a very star moment here on the end that allows you to reach for more and have more, very, not effortlessly, but by way of the nature of what's going on, just by the course of the path that's being followed right now. But this ancestor card here in reverse, with this feeling of abandonment and hopelessness here coming down on two Eight of Cups in reverse. Some of you out there in this Leo energy that's heavily emotional here could be feeling the loss of someone very, very high in the ancestor chain in your life, in your family lineage. Someone like a grandparent or a great grandparent that often helps you out through tough times like this, that often tempered you. Someone just in your ancestral circle, living or not, that helps you deal with all this heaviness. Some of you may not be able to access this person right now, but following the ancestor, the Knight of Arrows or the Knight of Swords, falling on your Ace of Swords, ending down your last level with your Knight of Swords that you had in your top level. I'm getting that there's very much a chance for you. It's almost like a tower moment where It's set up for you to very easily fall into an old position, or fall into your old feelings, or fall into your old ways if the situation is not handled correctly here with these swords. But Leo, in this reading, you have both two Eight of Cups in reverse and two Knight of Swords in reverse. So the message here is coming off to me as needing to be driven in very hardly. You know, it's like if you get it wrong, there's a repeat button immediately set to trigger to send you right back through to not get it wrong again. You know, there's a cycle set up for you to be looped back through and deal with the same exact feelings and situations which are very deep and troubling for you here if the cycle is not closed or broken. So Leo will end this reading up with a card from the Spirit Animal deck to see how we can grace off and end this message with a cherry or some nice topping. But we have here the tiger, a very fierce and regal and majestic animal. Here we end your reading, Leo, fire sign, with a fire card. But just to add further clarification here to your tiger, which shows imbalance, which, as I was getting earlier, you are very much capable of smoldering and turning down the intensity on your flame. You are just ready to set it high to make sure that you are not extinguished. But that action might be very much what so sends you back through having to deal with these problems again, if not taking advantage. Taking if you do not take the advantage of this tiger balance energy here. And when in balance, the tiger is passionate, strong, and sensual. It's a lunar force, ease and darkness, and a very feminine energy here. But the darkness you may be feeling might not just be a visual deprivation, a visual loss. You know, it's a darkness that comes with being at the bottom of the ocean and being out of the zones in which the sunlight can reach. So even this type of darkness is a very good and positive thing to happen for you here, Leo. But the tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirit. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all highlighted in the midnight hour. And the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. So to keep in balance, it's also recommended here, Leo, your fire energy, Trikata, which is candle gazing. But Leo, this has been your general reading for the launching of September. Once again, I am Lotus God Sage from Tarot from the Crypt, wishing you, Leo, a chance to break a cycle here and come out strong, balanced in your feminine energies, and fiery in a way that suits your environment and that suits your personality. Once again, this is Lotus God Sage wishing you much peace, love, and prosperity with all of your travels.